All right, next episode here in Jake's detailing journey, teaching him how to DIY from a paint correction to ceramic coatings. We already did the body coating. This next one, we're doing the wheels. We've got his car outside up on blocks while we teach him how to do this himself. Wheel coating, what is it for? Why do you want to have it? Well, we talked about in a body coating video that coatings really provide a couple things: long-term good looks and ease of maintenance. When it comes to wheels, that ease of maintenance part of it is the biggest part. You know, you get a lot of brake dust, you get a lot of everything else on the wheels, and you can spend a lot of time cleaning them. Well, when you go in, you add ceramic coating, it makes that cleanup process so much easier. In fact, wheel coating, our brand new Esoteric wheel and caliper coating that we're very excited about. Wheel coating probably makes the biggest difference out of all of the coatings that you're going to put on your car, particularly if you've got a car like this German vehicle that produces a lot of brake dust. Stuff doesn't stick to as much. It's going to clean up much easier, and it's going to save you a ton of time. The most difficult part about this is getting the car jacked up, getting the wheels off safely, and getting everything back on. So as a part of this process, we clean everything up. We're going to use our Esoteric wheel cleaner, go in there, decontaminate it as much as possible. If they have any kind of tar buildup, we use our tar remover, clean that up. And then the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to use our panel prep to do a final wipe down just to make sure everything is squeaky clean. The cleaner the surface that we have, the better the bond that we're going to get with our coating. But the process is really similar to what we're doing with the body. It's about getting it prepped, applying it, wiping it off, and then leaving it to dry for 24 hours before you get it wet. You can go out and drive it within a couple of hours and you're going to be fine. So what we're going to do here, please wheel, don't fall off on me. There we go. We've got our applicators that we're going to use. We've got a couple of different towels. This black towel that we have here, kind of used it for our cleanup process. And then we've got our removal towels 1 and 2 after we apply the coating. So give it a little shake like we do everything. And we're going to liberally apply our coating here to the surface. I'll squeeze it here. And then we're just going to go in straight line motions as we apply. Make sure that we get everything, go around the wheel weights. And you can see it on the surface as you're applying. It might not be easy for you to see, but for me, I can see it pretty well. All I'm trying to do is just get a nice, thorough, even coverage on it. We'll come out here to the outer lip.
Hey, and for beginners like me, you don't want to do this before you have wheel weights, right?
Right, exactly. If you got a brand new set of wheels that you're going to do this, get everything mounted up first. Get your tires mounted, get them balanced, because what you could run into if you go into your coating and then try to put your wheel weights on it, they might have some issues in sticking. So very good point there, Jake.
I'm just one rookie trying to help out the other rookies.
Yep. That's my first time doing this. So what we do too is, we go in here and I'm going to do the center part. I'm going to do the spokes, get everything completely coated. You don't have a big weight that you have to go through to get it ready. Typically speaking, by the time I get all the inner part done, I'm ready to stop, wipe everything off, spin the wheel around, and get the spokes on the front. Same process. I get my first towel and just small circular motions. Get in here, get all the residue. Sometimes people, for the first time, they may ask the question, well, if you're putting the coating on, why are you taking the coating off? Well, the coating itself has already bonded to the surface. And these are just the carriers that are left over.
And speaking of those carriers, when we develop our own product, some of the nice things is we can control like how fast it flashes, and that's why it's such a forgiving.
Yeah, exactly. With this, when we went into developing this, I've been working with coating since 2010, so we've got just a couple of years of experience with it. And we've worked with coatings that you can only do a quarter of the wheel and it immediately flashes, and you have to remove it, and it turns a sticky, gooey mess, and it's not a lot of fun. Or some of them we've seen that you have to let them sit on there for 20 or 30 minutes. And that's just too much time. We want to give you good enough work time. You could probably go in and do the barrel and the face and then go back and remove. It just depends on how intricate the wheels are. You get some newer BMW wheels in particular, man. They've got all kinds of crazy honeycomb stuff going on with it. I would do those separately. These we could get by with doing it all at once, but I figured it'd be easier the camera here just to show one at a time. You know, and you can take your flashlight, look around and make sure that you've got it all. It'll show up as a little bit darker or a shiny spot if you've got stuff that you missed on there. Not a huge deal if you miss it, but if you have a darker wheel, like a satin black wheel, it's going to leave a dark spot known as a high spot there, and it makes it really difficult to get off. If you have a satin finish, you want to make sure that you have it all removed, because if you have to get so aggressive to go in there and use a polish, you could end up hurting the satin finish on it. So make sure that you get this dialed in. If it's a polished black wheel, painted polished black wheel, no big deal. You can go in and fix it a little bit later, but that's what flashlights are for. Go in and inspect that. As you see, super easy process. And you want to do this on your calipers too. If you've got a nice finished painted caliper, not those, old pot metal ones, but exact same cleanup process with it. Make sure that you go over it with a panel prep, get everything as squeaky clean as you possibly can. Just avoid, you obviously don't want to get it down inside the caliper. You don't want to get it on the rotor itself. But as you're cleaning wheels and calipers, that's all part of it. And it makes them look better for longer. And it makes the cleanup much easier too. Once again, German cars are some of the worst when it comes to brake dust. Every car produces it in some fashion or another, but we just want to make this process a lot easier so you can spend less time cleaning and more time driving and enjoying it.
And a great thing about a good wheel coating is these are obviously a little battle scarred up. I think we got about 50,000 miles in this set of wheels. So you can breathe new life into your old wheels and protect those as well as protecting a brand new set.
Yeah, doesn't have to be brand new wheels by any means. Once again, those of you that like some kind of car care and you like to keep it clean, you can be driving it forever and you're like, man, what in the world do I do about these brakes? I've tried new pads and stuff. Going with a ceramic coating dedicated for your wheels is going to make all the difference in the world.
And at the end of the day, we're doing just a quick application with the applicator foam. We do a wipe off with our first towel and then maybe a little buff with our second towel and you're done. This is maybe, once the wheels are off the car, we're talking like 30 minutes tops.
Yeah, exactly.
Depending on the intricacy of the wheels.
And the question will come up, well, how long does it last? Well, it depends on a lot of factors. It depends on how many miles you put on a year, where you're at. Are you doing track days? You're going to generate a whole lot more heat in that. It's going to wear it down a little bit more quickly. Typically speaking, you can get a couple of years of durability out of it, but most likely once a year you do a really deep cleaning on it, pull the wheels, clean everything off, reapply some coating at that time, and it's going to be great. And with this coating on here, with our Esoteric wheel and caliper coating, you can use our wheel cleaner on there and it's not going to damage the finish of it. I've been testing on my own car, cleaning it with heavy wheel cleaner as often as I possibly can, just to see if I can break it down any more quickly. Week after week, it's still as easy. It's still beating water like the first day I put it on.
And we've been testing these for months. This isn't simulated lifetime. This is effective life.
And that's a big difference there too, because you can test this stuff in a lab and under these certain kind of conditions, but nothing replicates the real world testing that you do on it. And that's what we do with everything here at Esoteric with our products. All of us have it on our own cars. We've got some vehicles that may sit outside all the time and we just neglect them and see, what it's going to be like in those real world settings. And only after we did that were we happy enough to be able to put our own name on it. Now, obviously, we're super excited about finally launching our own line of coatings. We've got a lot of different products out there. You can click up in the link. It's going to take you to a more information, more playlist. And all of the products that we've got from Esoteric Coatings and all our maintenance products, you can find it on esotericcarcare.com. As always, we appreciate you hanging out with us here at Esoteric. Thanks. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.